I feel like this is truly unfair. Trying to get in
Stop,
trouble.
stop.
I'm gonna just move out of state because I'm done. I'm done dealing with this. I'm moving out of state. I'm moving
Well,
right now.
well, no, not unless you have court authority in all your
I
cases
don't.
to move out. You're
I
not, because
don't
you're
care. I'm
on
moving out of state,
probation.
and you guys ain't coming to get me. I will move out of state. I'm not doing any of it. I'm moving out of state. I'm packing my stuff up right now
You're telling me you're not going to comply with my orders?
because of your stupid motherfucking state of Kansas.
Okay, you've just been found in contempt of court.
You know what? I can do fucking less. Fuck you. I'm moving out.
Today, we've got one of the most relentless sovereign citizens to ever stumble into Judge Simpson's courtroom. From the moment he opens his mouth, he's pressing every button possible, almost daring the judge to lose his patience. Watching him is like watching someone walk straight into a contempt charge on purpose. It's reckless and bizarre at the same time. If you thought courtroom drama couldn't get any wilder, this case proves otherwise. As you're watching, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is this guy genuinely convinced by his nonsense, or is he just putting on an act for attention? Let's jump in and see how this showdown begins.
Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I know today is my possession of marijuana on the payer appear and
Okay,
everything.
well, let me call that case number. We're on the record now in 2021 CR 274, State of Kansas versus Daniel Lynn Lyman Jr. The state appearing by and through Jared Regier, and the defendant in person and pro se. We have had a situation where you are supposed to pay November 28th, 2022. You did indicate you wanted to represent yourself without counsel and waived counsel on record. And you had been on diversion. You got another charge of driving while suspended. You ended up, it looks like, getting your diversion revoked, being found guilty at trial, sentenced, and you were supposed to have your case paid by today, February 6th. Now, what were you saying, sir?
The reason why I haven't had it paid yet is because the job that I was supposed to go for at American Eagle in Ottawa, it didn't plan out as planned. So I'm working at a motel over here in El Dorado.
Okay.
And it's just not bringing in as much money as it should. And I get paid twice a month. I have a lot of bills to pay, plus my court fines. I'm not trying to miss any of my court fines. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm trying to pay everything that I can at once. I was just going to ask you if I can start paying maybe between $20 and $50 a month. And my first payment I can put on this one is on the 8th of this month, guaranteed.
Well, you've always been allowed to make payments as long as you had it paid in full by your pay or appear date, i.e. today. So, now remind me, are you married or single?
I am single.
And remind me if you have children you support.
Right now I have a stepchild that I support.
Now you're single, but you have a stepchild that you support.
Yes, because I am in a relationship. I'm not married or anything. I'm in a relationship, but I support me, my fiance, and our child right now.
Well,
Because
I don't know why you're supporting these, but why you've taken on new obligations when you haven't taken care of your old ones, such as paying your case. You owe, sir, $658.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
And you have not made any payments since November?
No, ma'am. I've barely been working. Like I said, I have this job and everything. I've been paying my bills and everything because I do have rent to pay. I have my phone bill. I have my SR22 insurance that I'm trying to pay, so that way I can also get my license back. I have my fines to pay. I have a lot of stuff to pay right now, honestly, and I'm just not trying to go to jail over all this.
Well, I was going to say, I was going to ask you if you thought it'd be easier just to go serve the 90 days in jail and send these costs to civil collections. Do you want to do that?
I don't, because it just messed everything up. Or because I still have my Lyon County court case for my 2021 case back then when I had that case.
All right, I'll give him this much. He managed to sneak in a moment that was actually a little funny. Even so, let's be real. His jokes don't hide the fact that he's wasting everyone's time. A courtroom isn't a stage, and Judge Simpson's patience is being burned through minute by minute. Every person in that room, from the clerks to the attorneys, is there to do serious work, and every delay costs real money and resources. Court doesn't operate on play money, and dragging things out like this borders on obstruction. At some point, antics cross the line from mildly amusing to deeply disrespectful. Do you think the judge should cut him off sooner? I'll let him keep digging his own hole. Let's see how things spiral.
I got it before this possession of marijuana case. It was a duty of driver slash no DL at the time. And they dropped the duty of driver down to a no DL, and I'm just having to pay on that of $377 as well.
So you had a car wreck
Yes, ma'am.
without insurance?
No, it was with insurance. It was with insurance.
Okay, and you didn't report it to law enforcement and they found out about it?
Yes, ma'am. It was my fault. I
Okay,
take
and
all
when
the
did, when did you do that?
That was in 2021,
Well,
almost
this
2 years
case,
ago.
this case was in 2021, June of 2021. When was your
And-
Lyon County?
It was after I got served papers when I was on house arrest in Lyon County. Because I had completed my house arrest and I was on house arrest when I got into the wreck. I didn't report it. I got in trouble. I got a ticket.
How were you
and-
on house arrest and driving at the same time? House arrest means jail.
House arrest, I was going to work and back, and I ended up getting in a wreck.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they gave you work release from your house arrest,
Yes, ma'am.
and on your way to or from, you had a wreck, and then you didn't
Yes, and
report it.
I failed to report it.
Well, okay, well, I just kind of wanted an idea of what was going on over there. Have you paid anything on that case?
I've been slowly paying on it and everything. I try to make $10 payments. If I can't make it, I call them and let them know, and they told me just to pay it next month and
So-
everything. So I have owed $377. I've only paid $20 on their case so far too.
Well, how come they've gotten $20 and I haven't gotten anything?
I apologize. Like I said, I'm trying to pay everything all at once, and it's just all adding up on me. And I really don't want to go to jail over all this. I want to try to get it all paid. I know I'm not being very good at it right now, but I do
Okay.
apologize with everything I have, and
Okay,
my first
hang
payment I
on.
can make.
Hang on, and you were on house arrest and you got served with papers for possessing marijuana in another county. Is that what you told me?
Yes, because originally back in 21, if you can let me just start over real quick, I got pulled over in the state of Kansas and in Butler County area, and I had my warrants active for Lyon County and Butler County at the time. I ended up serving my 7 days in Butler County for the city court. They transferred me over to Butler County or Lyon County after I got stopped for my possession of marijuana. And that's how I got my possession of marijuana. They did not take me to jail over my possession of marijuana. They charged me for my warrants, took me to jail over them. I served my time in Butler and Lyon County jail, got out on house arrest. By the time I got out on house arrest, I was served my marijuana papers. I got diversion for those. I completed my house arrest, got off, and now I just been fighting my duty of driver / no driver's license over there. Been trying to pay that off. Then I got another one through you guys for the no driver's license back in July and everything. And I just been trying to pay all three of these tickets off and paying my rent, my phone bill, my SR22 insurance to get my license back. I'm trying it all, I'm trying hard as I can and best as I can.
Mr. Lyman, I'm going to modify your sentence.
And I'm trying to get out of trouble, I'm
I'm
trying.
going to put you on the remainder of your probation is going to, well, let me check. How long did we put him on probation for originally, Mr. Aguirre? It was 6 months non-reporting in November.
Your Honor, I'm showing in the journal entry non-reporting probation of 6 months following the court's order from the November 28th, 2022 hearing.
If he doesn't have this paid in full in 30 days, I'd like to do a motion to revoke diversion and modify this bill. I'm going to put you on reporting probation.
I feel like this is really unfair on me because, I've had it really hard the past few years and I've been trying to get out of trouble. And, I may not be able to pay all my fines off right away, but I am trying. And I feel like this is unfair because I do not get a break. I've not had a break since I've been 16 years old.
Now this part really made my jaw drop. He actually turned his back and walked away while the judge was speaking. That's not bold, that's reckless. In court, ignoring a judge is about as close as you can get to begging for a jail sentence. Judge Simpson is clearly holding back here, because many judges would have already dropped a contempt ruling on the spot. And let's not forget, the guy's name alone, Mio, has practically become a running punchline. But names aside, the attitude is what matters, and that kind of blatant disregard only ever ends one way. Let's keep watching to see if he learns his lesson, or if he keeps testing the limits of the court's patience.
I feel like this is truly unfair. In the state of Kansas, I always get in trouble. When I lived in Oklahoma for 3 years, I never got in trouble. I have not had one driving ticket, nothing in the state of Oklahoma. I come back to Kansas and I get in so much trouble and I don't even do anything. I drove once and got a ticket. And I just feel like this is unfair on me. Just because I can't pay a fine.
Okay, sir, I understood you to say you drove in Lyon County, and you wrecked and didn't report it. So there, you drove that day, right?
Yes, and that was my fault. But in
And
the
then I
meantime,
understood that you drove in Butler County and after this case.
Yes, ma'am.
Marijuana case.
All
So
these
1
driving-
+ 1 = 2, Mr. Lyon. So you've driven at least twice illegally in Kansas.
Yes, ma'am, I have, but that is because I have to go to work and back. How am I supposed to go to work and back while I'm trying to get my license without anyone offering me to give rides? I'm not trying to walk out of town. If I live in Leon, Kansas with my parents at the time, how am I supposed to get back and forth to work if they can't give me rides and I'm the only one with the vehicle, but they don't want to wake up to give me rides and I have to go to work to go pay my stuff? How is this all fair with me? Because people won't give me rides. I can't drive and stuff like that. Yes, I live in El Dorado now and I walk to my workplace and everything, but
Where do you work in El Dorado now?
I work at motels, the Motel
Okay,
6,
you told me that. And where do you live?
Silverwood Apartments.
Okay, so that's not too far from where you work.
No, ma'am. And that's why I said I walk now. I don't drive. I'm trying everything that I can. Right now I feel like everything is gathering up on me and I can't have a chance to do anything because I'm trying to get my life together. I promise you, I'm not trying to drive. I'm not trying to get in trouble.
Stop. Okay, you said you haven't been given a break. It looks like you were put on the deferred disposition docket, which means you were what, given diversion in this case initially?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you didn't comply with it. That was a break. If you'd done what you were supposed to, the charges would have been dismissed and kept off your record. So wasn't that a break? And you didn't comply with it, so you got that revoked. And then you were sentenced and given terms. I let you pick when you were going to pay this off, and you picked today. And then you didn't comply with that. I didn't have to give you probation when I sentenced you. Probation is a privilege. It's not a right. So that was a break. I didn't put you in jail, right? That's 2 breaks right here in this case.
Yes, Your Honor, you are correct.
And if I transfer you to reporting probation, that's still a break, and that's a 3rd break. So I really don't think you have any grounds to sit here and say, poor me, Kansas is too mean to me.
It is. It really is. If I had a choice, I would move out of Kansas right now and I would never
How can you say it's mean to you and we're giving you all these breaks and you won't quit violating the law?
I've been trying to stay out of trouble. I got in trouble.
By now, this guy has shifted from being entertaining to being flat-out disruptive. At first, sure, it was almost comedic. People laughed at his antics. But once the humor wears off, what's left is a defendant who's dragging the process down and burning through valuable court time. Cases like this are exactly why dockets run long and resources get stretched thin. And honestly, at some point, judges might need to stop giving endless chances and instead start holding people accountable with immediate contempt rulings. Court isn't a playground, and the law isn't optional. What do you think? Should Judge Simpson have already laid down a harsher punishment? Or is his patience admirable in this case?
In trouble in 2023?
Or not this year. 2022 is what I'm talking about. Sorry, I forgot it's 2023 now. But yes, in 2022, I only got in trouble once. I had not been in trouble ever since all my old cases. I only got in trouble with that once in 2022 for driving back in July. I have not
Well,
been in
we're not
trouble
going to
since.
keep talking in circles here, and you're not going to
I'm gonna
convince
just
me.
move out of state because I'm done. I'm done dealing with this. I'm moving out of state. I'm moving
Well,
right now.
Well, no, not unless you have court authority in all your cases to move out. You're not,
I
because
don't care.
you're
I'm
on
moving out of state.
probation.
And you guys ain't coming to get me. I will move out of state.
I am transferring you to supervised probation, and you have 30 days to get this all paid. Call your probation officer this morning.
I'm not doing any of it. I'm moving out of state. I'm packing my stuff up right now.
You're telling me you're not going to comply with my orders?
Fine. Yes, I will. I will apply with your orders.
No. I am going to, where do you live?
Silverwood Apartments.
Silverwood Apartments in El Dorado. I am transferring your probation. You are to call the probation office. And you have 30 days to have this paid in full.
Or else I go to jail.
You either go to jail or you get your probation extended, whichever we decide to do. If you can show me you need more time to pay it, that you've made a good faith effort, I will certainly consider extending it, but you will be in violation of your probation, and it'll either be extended or you'll get it revoked and go to jail, one or the other. Because
this is really, really stupid.
Because you have, as I understand it, Mr. Regier, he has violated the law since he was put on this probation in November. And if that is correct, that's a violation of his probation. I understood him to say he got a driving while suspended. Is that right, Mr. Lyman?
Yes, Your Honor. Because of your stupid ass motherfucking state of Kansas.
Okay, you've just been found in contempt of court.
You know what? I can do fucking less. Fuck you. I'm moving out of state.
All right, you are in contempt of court. You have now failed to appear. We need a bench warrant for his failure to appear today for failing to come to court. He's in contempt for his language, and we will deal with that at the next hearing, but please do a bench warrant as soon as possible, Mr. Regier, for his failure to come to leave court.
Your Honor, as far as the bench warrant is concerned, is the court ordering a specific amount towards bond?
No bond. Hold until he sees me. If we can get him back on this morning's docket, that'd be great. If you have staff that can prepare that warrant this morning and put it in my queue, I'll be happy to sign that as soon as it's there, and we'll get him picked up this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. And is the court's prior orders regarding the case to be paid in full within 30 days, as well as the defendant being put on non-reporting probation and the defendant to contact the probation office today, I'm assuming those are still the binding
I
orders?
think actually, Mr. Regier, it might be better to just file a probation revocation for violation of the law and failure to pay. That might be just the better way to do that. And then
Not a problem, Your Honor.
And then comes the moment when Judge Simpson calls him out by his full name. That's basically the courtroom equivalent of a parent pulling out your middle name. You know it's serious. Strangely enough, though, this defendant manages to leave without a contempt charge, no jail time, and nothing more than a stern lecture. Honestly, that's getting off light. I've seen Judge Simpson lock people up for much less. Either the judge was feeling unusually generous, or this guy had some kind of courtroom luck protecting him that day. But stepping back for a second, it does make you wonder, if he can't handle himself in a basic hearing, how can he possibly handle real responsibilities outside of court? Family courts, for instance, look at stability and responsibility, and this man clearly struggles with both. That might explain why custody didn't go his way. In the end, this was a fiery but strangely restrained hearing, and while Judge Simpson gave him plenty of rope, it's hard to ignore how close he came to losing it all. What do you think? Was the judge too lenient here, or just showing remarkable restraint? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy these courtroom breakdowns. I post daily, so stay tuned for more cases just like this.